Hello once again, YouTube. Welcome back to another great episode of the Monster Hobbies Model Car Garage. We do a lot of unboxing videos on this channel. We also build stuff and offer tips and techs. But today is a very different type of unboxing because we're going to be looking at a Volvo. Now I know there's a lot of Volvo trucks out there, but the actual cars themselves are quite rare and hard to find. Here we have an Italeri Volvo 760 GLE. This car originally came out in the early 80s, and without further ado, we're going to open up the box and see what's in here. One night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. Alright, so now we're going back to 1982, where we get to take a look at this amazing Volvo 760 GLE. Now, the reason why I was singing that song is it actually was written by ABBA, believe it or not. I had to do a double take on that one. But yeah, they were being backup singers in that music video. It's really interesting. Okay, so we've got chrome parts and rubber tires, molded 1/24 scale from our good friends in Italy, Italeri. Now, as we move the box across on this side, we see a wonderful illustration of a blue Volvo 4-door 760 GLE. And as we move across, we see that we've got a write-up of the car in both English and Italian. We have more notes on this side of the box, including the age group that this model is targeted for, 14 and up, although I think you can get away with it if you're a little bit younger. And then here we have a full panel of the buildup of the model. And now we'll just remove the lid of this box and take a look at our great kit and all the mysteries that hide within. There we go. Different way of taking the lid off. So right away we have our decal sheet, which includes a ton of European license plates, pretty much from everywhere. Very cool looking stuff. We'll take a look at that in more detail later. We've got our instruction sheet right here. We also have what little bit of the chrome it was happening in the 80s right in this bag. Windows in a bag, which is nice, prevents them from getting scratched up. Then we've got our interior down here. Oh, we've got these tires. Wow, these are really heavy-duty type of tires on this. Again, we'll take a look at that in the end of the video. There's our parts tree right there. You get colors in black, gray, and this wonderful blue. So you really don't need to paint the kit, although we always do. Okay, I'll just clear all this stuff out of the way, and then we'll take a look at the model. Here's page 1 of the instruction sheet with definitions and descriptions of the kit, including the history in English, Italian, German, French, Spanish, and Russian down below. So, multilingual kit for multi-countries. Here we have a key of all the components that are in this kit, including all the parts trees. So there's part tree A, which includes all the chassis bits. So this would be the black parts tree. Then we've got the gray one, which is B, which is the interior components, the chrome, clear glass, the body itself, and the tires, as well as the symbols we see here for cutting and filing, removing chrome parts, as well as suggested colors down below. Panel 1 shows our suspension components going together. Here we've got the front axle as well as McPherson strut style wheels. There is no engine in this kit, but there is a transmission pan as well as an oil pan which glues into these holes here. Then we have our differential going into the, drive shaft going into the back where the differential is. And then we've got these big beams down here, as well as springs, and our exhaust pipe going up the side. In here, it looks like we do have a bit of an engine for under the hood, but it seems to be molded as one piece into this weird pan arrangement. And then we've got some of the bottles and radiator as well as a battery right there. Panel 3 shows our interior going together. Here we've got the interior floor with the bench seat molded in place as well as the center console. Our gear shift lever will go into here. Right and left hand side door panels. We've got those really cool Volvo seats with the headrests in here. gluing onto the back, seat backs. Then we've got our steering wheel and our dashboard, and here it shows how to paint the gauges. Then we can attach our completed interior down here. We've got the sort of faked up motor being glued in place. Then we have our wheels with a wheel retainer and the tire all being sandwiched in together. And at the back we have those famous Volvo brakes getting glued in place, same as up here. So it's got the excellent Volvo brakes on all four corners. Panel 5 shows the glass being installed into our Volvo, as well as the plastic bumper components and the real bumper. So what way am I looking at this? One side, oh, this is the front here, I guess. So yeah, bumpers are all being glued in place, impact bumpers. And then it says to open up the hood so that you can see the engine down below. So here we have our hood, and these are the hinge tabs, which are going up into here. We've got side mirrors, windshield wipers, door handles. Now I do believe this is just calling out for painting those. At any rate, it's looking cool. We've got our headlights being glued into place, and then this pops down on the body, and then we have some decals, I believe, which are going onto the wheel hubs. And Italeri does it again with a full color back here so that we can see our wonderful blue Volvo and all the trim. It also has where the license plates are. Italian rear license plate, Italian front plate, Italian, French, German, Swedish license plate, Danish. I went to Denmark when I was young. Finnish license plate, Norwegian, and Spanish. Jeg wilde ikke, which means I don't know. Anyway, it's got them all over here. There's Norway, Finland, Denmark, Sweden, Spain, France, Germany, and then the Italian ones. So wherever you want your Volvo, there it is. You could even adapt this for North America and Canada. And here are the different colors down below. Here we have our classic Volvo body, and you can see that there's little tabs in between the hood that you need to cut out in order to make the hood open. We also have a nice sunroof up here, which could be also cut out if you wanted to. On the sides, got the wonderful four-door profile with the Volvo emblem right in here, as well as side marker lights. Underneath there are some mold marks and little areas to put the hinge. There is this long piece here that needs to be clipped off in order to get your glass to fit in there nice and smooth. You'd also have to file it down a little bit. Again, nice crisp molding on this kit for a one-piece body. Front end looks quite nice. And over on the back you've got the wonderful emblem. Again, nicely detailed, a little clip to lock the chassis pan into, a lot of locator holes up around for the taillights and the bumper, as well as emblems on the back. Overall, really nicely done and easy to build. Again, it's molded in blue, so you wouldn't have to paint it, but of course it's always best to. The next parts tree includes our interior details. We have our floor pan and center console molded in place, as well as the rear bench seat and the package shelf. Front seats are in two pieces. Also looks like you've got cup holders or maybe even these seatbelt guides on the sides. Got a nice package back here, or a little envelope to slip in things. The headrests are nicely molded as well. Looks really quite neat in here. Got mold marks. Again, I would file these ones down here in order for it to fit flush with the floor. Also looks like the firewall's molded in with the interior, which is really quite interesting. Yeah, little pouches is what I'm trying to think of. I ended up with a bit of a head cold here, so a little hard to think under the circumstances. Overall, really nicely detailed. There are some seam lines running up along that seat, as you can see right in here, so you'll have to file those flat or clean them up in order to make that look nice. I guess these are also for maps, or wouldn't be cell phones back in the day. I don't even... Did we have mobile phones in '82? I kind of don't think so. But I do remember a couple of parents owning Volvos like this back in the early 80s. If any of you Gen X kids have ridden around in one of these, let me know in the comments down below. Our next parts tree is quite a large one. It actually fits the bottom of the box, so I had to move the camera up on the tripod stand. But here we have our entire black plastic parts tree, including the chassis, inner door panels, the fan, the Volvo engine, transmission, and the nose, as well as the dashboard. So again, a lot of really interesting parts on here. You can see just how cool that ends up looking. There's those inner door panels. Very nicely sculpted. We've got our Volvo engine right there. And then we've got our front grille. We also have our dashboard down below. The bumpers. Really excellent stuff. McPherson struts up there. Intake for the engine. All kinds of cool things. It should be really nicely done up if you detail it. Add a little detail painting in there. Overall, looks like it'll fit together nicely. Here we have our clear plastic components, and you'll notice there are no red or amber ones, so that means that you will have to paint these with one of the Tamiya clear acrylics, or even the Testors ones. Now we do have the front windscreen, which is sloped quite a bit in the front, and basically comes in at a 45-degree angle in the back. Again, really nicely done. This was in a bag, but I noticed there's a little bit of junk on the front window, but it's easy to come off. It's just some kind of smudgy grease stuff. The rear tail lamps look good. They've got a waffle pattern in there. The fronts have the wraparound turn signal light as well as the clear glass lens. Unfortunately, there's some mold marks right in the center here. But overall, this is not bad. It will be good for a quick little weekend build. Most of the parts just need a little bit of paint in order to make them look accurate. Here we have our chrome parts tree for the kit. There's not too much going on in here, but there are some really neat emblems. The 760 GLE is right in here. Now be careful when clipping it out because it's molded right onto a post, and that might cause it to crack. So just be careful there. You got the Volvo hubcaps and the wheels, and another Volvo emblem down here. Now one of the wheels did fall out, so I'll move it off to the side. But here you can see that you can see through those spokes. So again, really nice. There's the little emblems there and there, as well as the Volvo script right here, and the Volvo hubcaps. Again, not much chrome, but looks really good. Next up we have the tires, and these are actually scripted. They are Pirelli P6s, and they look pretty cool. If you notice here, you can see the nice Pirelli detailing on there, as well as that wicked tire tread. Now these do look really heavy duty though. They look like truck tires. I don't know if Italeri was going for that. Now with that one wheel that was loose, we can test the fit on them. There is a bit of flash to them, so that would have to be cleared off. But overall, that looks quite nice once it's together. Looks just like a wheel should, mounted on a tire. It's nice that Italeri molded in the ridge of the wheel rim. And it looks actually like it's mounted. Whereas with AMT, you would have one piece going in from the top, and then another piece coming in from behind. This is all just done in one piece. Overall, I think this looks quite nice and should look wonderful on your model. Here we have the decals for the model kit, and I thought I would put the instruction sheet beside it so we could see which countries these license plates are from, because that's pretty much the only decals on here. So here we have Italy, and we've got the black plate and the little number plate, the international sticker with the eye in the center, and then we have these two plates as well as these ones down below. So this little section here is Italy. Then we have Germany, and that plate looks like it's EFHC 440, so that's these ones up here. We also have the D in the circle for Deutschland. Then we've got Spain, and that one, oh sorry, I missed one. We got France, and that's these ones with the little blue, so that looks like European Union, so these might be a little more modern. And then you've got the international F. which is the international sticker right there. Okay, Spain is M4692-T, 4629T, so that's down here. And then Spain is E, Espanol. Sweden, which is that one with the blue, so that's right here. And the little S for Sweden. And then we've got Denmark, which is outlined in the red border. I remember that well from being over there. And the DK circle. And then Finland, BIF, so right in here. The little Fin, FIN, and Norway, which would be, sorry, EB, right here. And the little circle with N in the middle. So there you have all your international emblems and symbols, as well as the plates themselves. Now overall, the registry and the coloring is quite nice in here, and will look right on your model. Now the only license plate I'm not sure of is France here, because you got white letters and yellow letters. So which end of the car does it go on? That you'll have to research. It almost seems like white would go in the front and yellow would be in the back. But again, like I say, it's your research. Well, I hope you enjoyed that look at the Italeri Volvo 760 GLE, the perfect car to bring your IKEA furniture home. Especially the 1/24th scale IKEA furniture. So if you're looking for some great model kits to put into your Volvo, why not check out our online store, www.monster-hobbies.ca. We're located in Canada, but can ship across Canada, down to the States, and around the world. All it takes is some good old Canada Post, which hopefully is not still on strike when this video comes out. Yeah, they striked right in Christmas, so makes it difficult. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe. And until next time, everyone, happy model building, and we'll see you in the next video.